So you let me know if you agree with this assessment. I feel there are two extremes when it comes to laptops. First, there's the ultra high-end, ultra expensive, ultra brute force laptop that'll run anything and then some for the next couple of years. Then there's the ultra affordable laptop that's just basically used for, typing up some documents, very loose audio editing or video editing, light gaming, to say the least, very affordable laptop. Well, in this video, we're taking a look at the very affordable laptop that doesn't break the bank, but let's see how far we can push this laptop. I'm talking about the XKMURT 16-inch laptop with 16 gigabits of DDR4 memory, a 512 gigabit SSD card, Intel quad-core N95 processor up to 3.4 gigahertz, Windows Pro 11, 2.4 to 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi adapter, and Bluetooth 4.2, and to finish it off, full function Type-C support. So let's take a closer look at our laptop. First thing that you will, at least my impression, it looks very similar to a Mac laptop. Just the way there's its simplicities, its design, its curves, the shape, the cut. It reminds me very much of a Mac laptop, but of course it's not, it's a Windows. You get a full keyboard to boot right here. Because you have a 16-inch screen, you got enough room to put a full keyboard. The keys feel nice over my couple of weeks of use. I really like that I have a full keypad here as well. And you have a massive, generous touchpad here as well. I will say this, while I do like the way the keys feel over an extended period of time, as far as the trackpad, while it does move nicely as far as control of the cursor, the clicking is kind of like, it feels kind of loud and it feels like a little like click, 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 click. There's something to be said about that. But if you want to kind of move away from that, you can always add a very inexpensive mouse to compensate for that as well. It also has a webcam that is 720p. Okay, so real quick, this is what the built-in 720p webcam looks like on this laptop. And you're also hearing the microphone as well, which is, I think they're both pretty decent. And also you get touch finger reader as well if you want to log in or do anything else when it comes to this laptop. One thing I also have to say is that this is a very light laptop. So while it looks very premium, it feels very light at the same time. That's great if you're walking around, going to school, putting in a book bag. You don't have to worry about this being heavy as well. And of course, you have your AC adapter to charge it as well. Now, as far as the ports on the laptop, well, you get 3 USB-A ports and 1 USB Type-C port. So you have your 2 on the side here, also an SD card reader. On the side, your 1 USB-C port, and then HDMI port to have extended displays, and also a 3rd USB port as well. And again, it's super light. And of course, the chassis, it has that nice solid metal body. It is light. I wouldn't say this is the toughest laptop, but it gets the job done as well. And I just really like the look of it. It's very reminiscent to, like an Apple product, but it's not, of course. But on its own merit, it's a nice looking laptop that looks way more premium than it actually is. Again, for the price, as of right now, it's doing everything right in my eyes. Now, as far as my experiences when it comes to this laptop, I've been using this for schoolwork and it's done just fine. The keyboard works just fine. I'm multitasking, sharing a window side by side, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And me personally, I like to use an additional mouse, so I can do that as well. But if need be, using a trackpad, again, even though it has a weird clicking feel to me, it still gets the job done, so you don't have to worry about that. So when it comes to productivity, Word documents, Google documents, surfing the web, watching YouTube videos, or even, consuming contents as movies and things like that, it's gonna be no problem. And I really feel that the 16-inch screen for a laptop, you really get a nice immersive feeling from the 16 inches for the monitor. Yeah, 16 inches is a great size for a laptop. All right, so let's get a little deeper right now. First, we're gonna see how this works as far as a gaming laptop. I'm not gonna expect too much here, but I just wanna show you the kind of performance that we're gonna get. We're gonna test Roblox. Again, I feel Roblox has come leaps and bounds as far as the way the games look over time. But we're gonna play something simple, and just so you can see that this can play light games with no problem. Now, don't tell my son I'm using his account, but yeah, you can see as far as the performance when playing Roblox or very light games that, it's not maxing the graphics out, you still get good performance. I feel like I'm getting good performance, good frame rates. Yeah, it's definitely very playable, to say the least, when it comes to gaming. Again, your performance for gaming is going to vary depending on the game that you're playing. This doesn't have its own discrete dedicated graphics card. Everything is internal on one chip. Again, you have those quad-core processor that runs up to 3.4 gigahertz. It's an N95 processor, but just keep that in mind. Again, great for multitasking, and you can also use this for light gaming. Let's get to my next test. We're gonna do a quick video editing. Again, with something like this, I wouldn't expect too much blazing performance when it comes to video editing, but I decided to let's see what happens when we try to do some light video editing. When I first installed this video editing program, the program itself said, yeah, you have enough power for video editing. Now, I'm not going to expect heavy editing effects, stacking video. No, we're just gonna, what can I do with something basic and simple? So I have some video here on my timeline, really simple. And as far as playback, we get nice, smooth playback. And as far as scrolling, let me grab it. I've got nice, smooth scrubbing as well throughout my timeline, which is, so far for a processor like this, okay. Without a graphics card, I'm getting some cool, I'm getting some nice results from this. Now, if we want to, we can add an effect. And we'll put this effect right on top of our timeline, and we'll see how it plays with the effect on. And the effect just works. Look at that. It works just nice. So again, I'm not expecting a lot from this laptop, but when it comes to editing, very simple editing, it actually gets the job done, which is, I'm happy with that. Okay, let's move over to voiceovers. Me, I'm a voice actor. That's my full-time job or my full-time profession. And how can this laptop, if you want to look into voiceovers, but of course you want to start off with something very affordable, does it have the power for that? So I've got my audio interface connected to it. I've got my microphone connected as well. Let's make sure, see if we get some levels. And the reason why I would say let's take a look at this computer for voiceover is, for voiceovers, you want laptops that are very quiet. And when it comes to recording audio, it's not gonna stress your computer and start having the fans blaring. So I feel like a computer like this, if you're just recording audio and then doing simple cuts and edits and sending it off, this is more than enough power for that. So let's get straight to it. And this is the performance of the laptop when connected to my microphone, to my interface directly to the laptop. Again, for recording audio, this does the job just fine, no issues. Yeah, let's get to my final test to see what we got here. Now, the final test, I'll be honest with you, this is gonna be more stressful on the CPU of this. I'm gonna bring up OBS. Okay. Now, when it comes to let's just say, recording your screen, OBS works. There we go. OBS works just fine. It'll do any kind of screen recording just fine. But let's go back to Roblox. The moment I actually start playing Roblox and I'm really putting some stress on the CPU of this, we can see how it really starts taking a performance hit when it comes to the recording. It'll play the game, but the recording of Roblox from OBS, you can see it really starts to lag. Again, I'm not expecting much from this. Whoa. Okay, so we're recording. It's recording my mic, and it's got my desktop audio. So, and as I play, you can see here on the screen, the gameplay is just playing fine. But when we actually take a look at the recording is actually lagging, and well, big time. It's not handling the two. It's not handling the two very well at all. All right, let's stop this. Okay, so let's get to my final thoughts when it comes to this laptop. This laptop is a no-brainer when it comes to Word documents, surfing the internet, watching YouTube videos, or just streaming video. This works top-notch. It's gonna be a very enjoyable experience, especially with its 16-inch screen. If you wanna record audio, not a problem. More than enough horsepower to record audio, cut it up, and send it out. You can probably put very light effects, but probably not too much, okay? Let's be realistic when it comes to a device like this. Secondly, you can do some light video editing. One track, maybe like an iPhone video or something. Just make sure it's not too heavily compressed, but add some simple effects to it, and you're doing some light edits with no problems at all. Gaming, not a problem. Depending on the game you're playing, your mileage may vary, but you can definitely do some light gaming on this laptop. When it comes to OBS, yeah, you can do some simple screen recording. But if you're going to be gaming and screen recording, at that point, you're asking too much. So just stick to basic screen recording, and there you go. All right, guys, 16 gigabits of memory, 512 SSD card, 4 quad-core processor up to 3.4 gigahertz, and also Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. You can't go wrong. All right, guys, really hope this video helped you out. Take care. Enjoy. As always, I'll leave links in the description down below so you can pick up your own XKMURT quad-core 16-inch laptop. Hey guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Hit that like button if you like what's going on here, and also ding that notification so you can be notified for future videos as well. All right, I'll see you next one. Take care. Bye.